Everybody sit back, relax, grab yourself your favourite drink. Might as well grab some popcorn as well. We're in for a really good show today. Yes, it is the new year. It is 2025, and for the start of this year, I'm going to do something big. And if you saw my live stream, you know what it is already. Yeah, my Rolling Thunder. I've got most of the parts, but there's a few issues here, like, yeah, the missiles here are constantly broken, and the big, huge missiles on the inside, I'm not going to open it up here because it's too tricky, but they are literally stuff. I don't have all the missiles, so what I've done is I've basically got these little ones and put them on the side, and that's nothing wrong with that, you know, good as gold. But I really want to look at repairing the fins of these missiles because, let's face facts, they are, yeah, that doesn't help. They are constantly broken. Apart from the fact that it's quite dirty, and I need to do something with that. I'm also going to show you something here too, guys. So when I brought this was cracked at the back. What I decided to do is put a plate at the end of this and put a spare tyre so you don't see it. But the paintwork on that is not exactly up to par my standards, so I want to see if I can repaint that and see if I make it a lot better. But more importantly, like these ramps, they are constantly, yeah, look at that, constantly sort of not working properly. So I wanted to get this baby up to speed. So without further ado, buddy, let's see what we can do. Alright guys, as you can see, I've got a feet right outside the box here because this thing is quite big, and obviously I can't use this on my normal workbench, but obviously there's some parts I can, you know, like the missiles, I can use, you know, my normal station on that, easy as. You can clearly see those missiles are actually, the fins are broken, or I've cocked glue on that on there. I want to sort of do a better job with that. I did a lot of sort of stuff just to basically get the thing, put it on there and display it straight away. But I really want to do a much better job in doing that. You can sort of see here that the end cap for the cannon is missing. So that's another thing I need to look at. I'll just move this aside, lift this up like this, and obviously you can see it's like dirty as I said before, but we'll go, yeah, sorry about the squeak people. So yeah, as I said before, these things are obviously broken, and so this here, looking at the side, you can see that, right, so that there is pretty good. That one's shattered, so that's another thing to put on the side that I can repair on my table. So it's the same thing, got to look at repairing that. Now as you can see here, it's not the same cannon on the scout vehicle, but I kind of like it and I'm going to leave it alone. So looking back here, rotating this cannon, you can see I put the spare wheel and the plate at the back because the back section of that was cracked, and that to me was a quick and easy job, and I kind of like it, to be honest. It's kind of good to have a spare wheel at the back. So these clips here are constantly missing, so what I'll do is I'll zoom in, and if you can see here, yep, I've hot glue gun the missiles on there. So yeah, this basically gets up and sits there. Oh yeah, I've been looking for that machine gun. Amazing what you can find when you store weapons away. Right, I'm going to rotate this. I'll do this off camera because it makes a hell of a squeak, and so we get a better access point to these cruise missiles, or whatever they are. Right, so hopefully you can see this, but this is quite tricky doing. Right, so yeah, I've glued in there and there, and I need to take that out. I think I need to use like a Dremel on my rotary tool. Yeah, it's a big mistake what I did, honestly. But I didn't think I was going to be doing this channel, and I've got to admit that this is one of my faults. But what I am going to do, and if you can see right here, these nubs for the doors, I'm going to see if I can try and improve on that so it's a lot better, especially with those clips that comes off. So with that, everybody, I think I'll get started on the smaller bits and pieces, and then work from there go on to these cruise missiles. So yeah, first of all, give us a wash. I'll do it off screen. Alright, just to let you guys know that what I'll be using to clean down the rolling thunder and mist vehicles is this. So it's a household grade disinfectant wipe. So yeah, it should be right to use, I hope. Okay, let's look at these missiles. Okay, so you can see that this one here has been glued up, and I'm not happy with that, so I'll look at fixing that. But I see this part is coming off, which is good, because I will pull it apart, and I will use that as a template. So there's a fin missing here, that fin snapped there, and it's also broken about there too, and that needs to be drilled out as well. So first things first, I've got myself some plain 1.5mm styrene sheet, and that's going to be the basis for basically what I'm going to be using for making the fins and anything about that. And yep, that is the price, but it is New Zealand costs, so it is what it is. Okay, so what I want to do here is get this fin piece, and maybe I should enlarge it, but you should be able to see it from where I am. So I'm going to use a pen and basically trace over that. So that's gives me a rough idea what that should be. So you can see right here. Perfect. Right, so get my crafting knife set, and I'll go for this one. Alright, so just so you can see, hopefully. And make sure that's nice and tight. And get my pliers, which I think I'll be using maybe this set here. Just like that. Don't worry about this part, I'll easily sand it down. But that should be basically tickety-boo. Voila. Or, how's that for a better comparison? Sure, it's a little bit big there, but hey, once I sand it down, good as gold. So I'll sand it down right now. And that's pretty much perfect, to be honest. So all I need to do is just make 2 more of these. Yeah, make 2 more. So I'll do that off screen. Actually, no, this one's already glued. Unless I just take that one off. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Okay, now it's time for me to put this fin on here. You can sort of see I need to trim a little bit off, which isn't an issue. So I've just got my plastic snips here, and I'm just going to take a little bit off, so about there, and just sort of see how that looks. And that looks pretty good to me. So I've just got my glue station here. I'll put that about there, which is out of sight. And you guys know what I do. I basically pour a bit of glue on this. And it's using the Loctite super glue with a nice control. And I just basically put this fin on here. And it looks pretty straight to me. But I'm not going to stop there. So I'm going to apply a bit more super glue on the edge, or edges. And basically leave that alone. So obviously I've got the other 3 missiles that I've got to do. I've got to take that sort of yucky, horrible glue gun look to that off. You guys don't need to see this. I might just sort of show you this stage of the game of that. So we'll see what I can do with this. Or would I be better off just taking that whole bit off? To be honest with you, I did actually make too many fins, so I can actually take that off. I mean, it's already broken. I'm doing it right now. Right, it's off. I just need to send that back, and hey presto, the new fin. Okay everybody, so these are set really good. I'm quite happy with that. And now I'm going to add some colour. So you can still see here I've mixed up some colour here. So I've mixed up a little bit of orange, which is X6. And then I mix up some X8 lemon yellow. So that is basically the base colour for this. And so the colour I've got It's pretty much close. Like it's... I'll get away with that easily. And this will definitely require 2 coats. So I think I'll basically stop there, paint the rest of them, and then we'll move on from that. Okay, so let's move on to these ramps here. You can see this side here is excellent. I've also found another one which this side here is really good. So I need to mimic this so it can go on this side and vice versa. I would say from there to there on an angle, it looks like it's a good 10 mils. So I need a good... Actually, I need to go this way. Yeah, it's a 10 mil strip. So I need to cut a strip like that. So that'll be the first thing I need to do, and cut 2 of them. If I make it like 10 by, say, 20, okay, so if I reckon by holding this, that way, I should mark off here, if you guys can see me. Now I'm making the other side. So that should be this mark right here, give or take. Actually, I'll use my plastic snips. Right, obviously it needs a good sanding, but that, by my calculations, should be this. That should be opposite, like there, give or take. Right, I'll sand this down and get ready to shape that. So bear with me for a moment, guys. Alright, so I've marked off where I need to cut this out. So I can do this stage. With a knife. No, that'd be too tricky. I know what I'll do. Okay, to get that out, I'm going to use this little tool here, and it's basically like a little router, and it's on the rotary tool. But I won't be doing it here. I'll be putting this in my vise and do it from there. It's just a lot safer. So bear with me for one moment, please, and we'll see the end result soon. Right, so that's how it looks. It's coming pretty well, actually. And it might be a little bit bigger. No, it's coming pretty well, pretty good. So I need to do this. I'll flip it over. So it's this way. So I obviously need to trim off. This here that's broken off, I don't need that. Or just mark it. Better off just to mark it, to be honest. And how the pen works, but alright, there's a faint mark there. I should be able to see that. I'm going to trim off not that much, just take it off about there. And it's the same with the side over here too, not too much. Let's see how that looks. Oh, I did a wrong angle. Alright, so I'm happy with the overall shape and that so far. So now it's just time for me to glue this. And I will be using the combination of super glue and baking soda with this. As soon as this takes hold, I want that to go in. Right, that's looking pretty good. That's sitting a little bit higher than I wanted to. But I reckon if I get my sander or my Dremel, as soon as that's set, I can set that down to a certain height. And it should be good as gold. So I just need to repeat that same process with this one. But there's a lot more involved with that. Okay, so here we have it. 2 ramp doors, hinges, fully restored. I just need to pop the paint on and she should be good to go, I think. Well, I'm hoping. It should work. But if it doesn't work, there's always a first. Okay, so for the clips for these big ass rockets or missiles, it's basically this here. There's a clip there, and there's basically a peg that fits there. You can see it's broken off. This here is no longer there, unfortunately. And unfortunately, with the hot glue gun, it's made a big hot mess. And yeah, I'm not entirely happy with that, to be honest. It's more a mistake on my behalf, to be honest, for not actually thinking about this. But anyway, so what it does, it clips into here on the bottom, and you line it up and it should fit in like so. But I don't know if that clip is broken. I don't think it is. It doesn't look like it's broken. But that peg's gone, and this here is. I'll get my trusty ruler out here, and hopefully you guys can see this. I can probably roll this backwards a bit so you can see. So that looks like to me, and if you can't see it, I'm sorry, it's sitting out by about 13 mils, and it is approximately. That's great. So how am I going to get this in here? Looks like it's about 9 mils actually. I've got to go from here. So saying it's 10 mils, but if I make it 9 mils, it's going to fit in easy as. To make that clip down the bottom, I'll be using my. Hope you can see this. There you go. It is a. There it is up there. Plain, it's a 2mm thick styrene sheet. And for the rod, I'll be using the 3.2mm rod. And that should be Tickly Boo. So with this, we'll go straight back to the table and construct this part for this side here, and I might as well cut out the rods and pre-drill them. But while I'm at it, I might as well pre-drill this hole here. That was a sort of stab in the dark with that one. Okay, so I've got my styrene sheet here, and I'm going to be measuring out. I'm going to go from the bottom of that. So it said it was about 10 mils. Let's go with 20. And I'm going to go about 9 mils which would be about there. That's gone off way off course, but I should be able to fix that up by sanding it down. Okay, now I'm onto the rod, so I'm going to stick that in here. I'm not going to basically measure it out too much. I'm just basically going to go like mark it from, say, here. Basically cut that. And then repeat the same process. And then I'll just basically draw a hole into this. This. And then I can measure how much I need to cut off. Let's grab my pen here. So I need to cut off about that much. Right, then I apply the super glue. That rod seems quite long, but it's okay, I can actually work with that. Just want to show you guys something here. I've actually made a bit of a lip edge on this. So I'll apply the super glue on this. I'm probably need to have baking soda as well. I think I do actually. Okay, now I'm going to apply the other rod. can straighten that baby out. There we are, straighten it up right there. So while I'm waiting for that to dry, let's see if this part here works. Alright, that's what I thought. It's way too long. Let's trim it up a bit. It's about here. And that seems to work. Okay, if you can't see that, it's 25 mils. So I need to measure out 25 mils and cut it off. Okay, so that's definitely on there. I'm happy with that. It can still come off. I just want to leave it alone for a while for it to cure. And then once about, an hour or so, I'll take that apart and then start painting these ramp doors and plus whatever I've done on that. So, one moment guys, we'll get into the painting stage. Okay everybody, so I've managed to find the green by mixing this dark sort of olive green. So what I basically do is I got olive green, which is a pretty close colour, and added my black, which is right here. So this is all Tamio colours everybody, if you haven't seen my channel before. And hey, if you like what you see so far, please hit that subscribe button. So, going on here. And as you can see, I just move this aside so you guys can see better. It's a pretty close likeness. Once that sort of paint dries out, yeah, I reckon it'll be good.
I wanna be the best in the game, invest in my name. Check no restraints, I'm obsessed with the pain. I ingest, I retain, assess and I change. Possessed by the thought I'll be free one day from society's restraints. Money, clout and fame, a disease, a plague. We all love to hate, have to play the game, have to make a name. All our insecurities are on display. This is war with the enemy, think that it was meant to be. Living in a time where disease is on every screen. I won't let them fest.
Okay guys, what's this end of the cannon? I don't actually have this piece, but it's kind of cheating a bit. And the easiest thing I found was basically this old felt tip, and it's good to go. So yeah, I'm wrapped with that. That's quite an easy, quick fix, and it also means that if I do find the end cap that goes with the cannon, I can pop that out and put the new one on. Awesome. Okay guys, let's get ready to start putting all the things together now, and then I'll do a quick review. Rightio, let's get this Rolling Thunder back together again. Now the trick with these missiles is that you've got to sort of like fit in there like so, but I can't see what I'm doing here, so I'm going to rotate this around so I can actually see what the hell I'm doing. Yeah, rotate this around so I can actually see what I'm doing. Nice firm fit. I'm going to do the same with the other one. So it clips in there like so. I find a hole. And it's beautiful. Right, now close this. They fit in quite nicely. I think what I'll do next is the ramp doors. So the green is a little bit darker, but no one's going to see that. And it fits in there quite nicely. And for my rolling thunder, this one here always seems to be the tightest. I don't know why. Just made a big mistake. Need to put back the ATV. And no, I didn't replace the gun. I still like it. It's off the buzz bore, the Cobra buzz bore. And it fits in there quite nicely. So it's in there like so. Mine always got a gap, but I don't know why. Maybe because it's that gun? I really don't know. It's kind of bugs me, to be honest. Yeah, it really kind of bugs me. I mean, does anyone else have that problem with this? If so, let me know in the comments. Right, I think the next thing I'll do is put this missile, radar, air defense system back on. Oh yeah, I can probably do it this way, it'll be easier. There you go, slide it on this way. Then put that back on. They say it rotates, and yes it does. Mine is like super tight. Right, next will be the main cannon. I remember taking this off years ago to repair it. There we go. Let's put it on the side. There's a door and put these missiles on here. And yeah, I've already got 3 of these missiles. I need to get another 3 more. So I'll see what I can do about tracking those down. Yeah, it's really strange. Well, everything's flush. Oh yeah, I'll put these missiles on the side here. So yeah, these missiles go right here, facing that way. And I've got 2 of these missiles here. So they can fit like so. I have these big red missiles, or red missiles facing this way, because honestly with these missiles over here, and that was facing that way, it's going to hit each other, so it's going to be basically pointless. And I just suddenly realised, like, look how close that is to the wheel. That's like crazy. That back blast on that wheel is incredible. These must have some heavy duty tyres. They had to be heavy duty tyres to be honest. Madness. And you can see here, I've actually repainted this to match this colour. So I'm happy with that. Yeah, a little bit of paint on the tyre. So after a bit of research, I realised I need to lift this up and forward. That's locked into place, but there's still a bit of a gap. I'm not exactly happy with it. But considering that these ramps were broken and the missiles were, snapped off, I'm kind of happy at this stage of the game, really. Okay, so with all my JoJo figures, I always put them on this side of driving, which is the opposite side of New Zealand, and I guess it's probably Australia as well. So he sits in there quite nicely, and I put like his firearm on the back there, and he is good to go. Okay, so this is the part I normally do things on a turntable, but this vehicle is so big that there's no way I can do this. So what I'm going to do is actually show you what I do. I just get like random figures, and this guy here sits in the back seat. Like so. I then get this guy here, hot seat. I do have his vehicle which I need to repair, and that's coming up hopefully this year. So he comes into the other driver's seat. And then I just basically A lot of these are just basically customs or kit bash that I've done. Just by mucking around. But yeah, I normally throw these guys in here until I actually sort of decide what I'm going to do with these fellas. Then that's when I'll do something properly, like give them a proper name. It does fit in there. There you go, it's a bit of a snug fit. And one more in the back gunner. And one more person in the back. They do fit in there quite nicely. I just don't know why they're not fitting in. So that is my rolling thunder. Fully complete. With a spare wheel at the back. Right. Hey, that's it. That's the end of the video. I really hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, hit that like button. That really means so much to me. And while you're at it, could you please check out my membership program? It only costs about a couple of bucks a month. And it also shows to me that you enjoy what you're seeing. So that actually helps me out and brings out more content like this, or even better. I'm not saying this is shit, but I'm saying there's room for improvement always. I'm always constantly growing, and I want to take you, that's it, you the audience, along with this journey. So without further ado, everybody, I want to say please hit that notification bell up there. Awesome, thank you so much. That's not actually a bell, it's a sticker. And it's time for me to say, yo, Joe. And see everybody until next time. Bye.